to see you, everyone. My name is Hana, your English teacher. We're going to learn creative writing today for 1 hour. Well, we are going to just read one short story this time. So, we learned basic steps of creative writing. The first step was reading and analyzing. Now you can see, creative writing course, through creative writing, you can just improve your listening and reading and speaking skills. How come? Because basically, in order to improve your writing skills, you got to read a lot of good stories. So we are going to just choose a short good stories, and then each time you're going to read that short story. I'm going to just show you the screen in which you can read a short story, given story. While reading it with your eyes, I'm going to play the audiobook. Okay? So actually, while reading the story, you're going to listen to that same story. That way you could just know how each word is pronounced. Okay? After just reading and reading the story while listening to the story through the audiobook, after reading it, we are going to discuss about the story, okay, in order to analyze it. So in that way, we could build up your speaking skills as well, okay? And then finally, after analyzing a story, we could kind of just get some ideas about, so it seems like this story had a really wonderful ending. This story just has a plot, and this story just used a certain point of view. So I'm gonna just use that pattern, that structure. I'm not saying that you are supposed to imitate or copy exactly the same short story. We got to learn kind of like a pattern and structure from each different story, and then we could just learn from that structure in order to create our own. This story's title is The Story of an Hour. I'm sorry, Mrs. Malad, but your husband has died in a train accident. Actually, she got the news. She died of heart disease of the joy that kills. Can you tell me what you understood from this story?
Her husband got a train accident.
Oh yes, that's right. She just heard the news that her husband got a train accident and then he was killed. Okay? That was the news that she heard. And let's see, Chan. And then what happened to her after hearing about the news?
She was sad.
Yes, she was sad. Yes.
She was sad at the moment, and then she felt free.
Wow, yes, exactly. She felt free. It's like this. Oh, why did you die? And then what happened, Ning?
At the last, she feels so very happy, and then she have a heart disease at the end.
Yeah, why?
Because she happy. Because she happy too much.
Yeah, actually she just was happy, but before she died, something happened. Because of that, she just died. What happened?
Her husband present.
Yes, exactly. Her husband came back. Actually, her husband didn't die. Actually, it was a wrong news. So he appeared. Oh, honey, I'm back. Sorry to make you worried. And then she was so shocked. Oh, he's back. And then, because of heart disease, she died. And actually, doctor said, well, maybe she just had a heart disease. In this setting, Josephine, the female character, married a really rich businessman. But her husband was always busy and she was not educated. So mainly what she did was staying at home, maybe taking care of her husband, doing household chores. So do you think that she all the time felt loved?
No.
No, probably not. Next time, we're gonna analyze more about the ending. And then we're gonna just start our first draft. After discussing about what this story is like, what was the plot, and what you have learned more, and based on your analysis, you're gonna create your own story. Thank you, everybody. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.